and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. But so
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Washington Commanders. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Now Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bombing him up defensively, and now brings up third down.
That's absolutely fired this defense up. They made a good mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and come up with something here on third down. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. On first down, Justin Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. This is a counter play, Eckler. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, a run with Gibson. They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down, Washington, on a pickup of 18.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that one could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on second and 6, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wentz going to throw. Looking for Gibson, and he's got him going across the formation. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now, Wentz again. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. Williams brings it in. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
To the air again, Herbert. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett from 8 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 14, first down Commanders. Working from the gun, Wentz. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again on second down, Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Herbert now. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
A good play on the block, getting a hand that was tipped up in the air before throwing incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play. Tip it up in the air, grab it yourself, take it the other way. But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire?
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Play action. Now Wentz. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saved.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Miami. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They fake the handoff. Now Tua on the move to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, they wasted no time taking a shot down the field. He was letting it fly in the very first play from scrimmage. And this was excellent coverage down there. And they'll come away with an early takeaway. And I mean an early takeaway.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They go right back to Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, falling in the lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
To the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Going to go on 4th down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually drop a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
On 2nd and 10, Tua over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, here's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Brings up 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Edmonds is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back, 3 down, stay on the field, running and catching, and he gets it done.
Extra point and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What did we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Tua. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Allen to throw it. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Allen. This one caught by Davis. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example. Another incompletion.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage, has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions in what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
You want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So 2 players down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead. Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. Given 3 on first down, it'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter. And it certainly felt like this defense was doing to separate the ball and said, let's cut down on coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing after the interception. Allen.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He's going to get this complete to Gaskin.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Mostert.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Allen.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd down, Gaskin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Allen off the play fake. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Allen now looks to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They made big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Left side caught by Diggs. Touchdown, Bills. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. He's got him in. Complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 83 yards. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. The momentum may have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because...
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown Dolphins. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. As his guys have opened up a very... they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Allen to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
And now here's another interception. Nick Needham picks it off. There he goes left side. The try. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
Boys make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You're the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining. Nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and
run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, that means quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to